just thought I would brighten things up today and bring out the orange.
How long have you had that?
For quite a while.
You know you're going to have to come up with some story. You're going to be asked about like 18 times today about Bruce Pearl. Or
Yeah. I got it as soon as I put it on. They were like, Bruce, Bruce. I was like, Bruce. And I was like, oh, Coach Pearl.
Are you ready for what's about to happen down there?
Oh, most certainly. I mean, it's going to be fun. I'm really excited, and we're going to have fun with it today.
How do you like working with Coach Jacques, and how's it different this year?
Working with Coach Jacques, it's quite an experience. He's a great coach. He's simplified the defense down for enough for our young guys to be able to understand it, and we can move quickly into more advanced things. And it's going to be a great year.
You played linebacker. You played defensive end. Do you care where you line up?
I just want to be on the field with being a senior, and it's my last year to play in front of 110,000 of the best fans in the country. I just really just want to go out there and give them all every single play, no matter what the position is.
After having wrapped up spring, how hard has the offseason been, the anticipation to just fall to get here? Because you learned so much in such a short amount of time that I assume that you want to be August already.
The anticipation of camp is it's high right now. Everyone's ready to put the pads on and hit somebody. We're flying around in drills and not trying to be too physical when we're doing things. But that's what it is. Everybody's excited, ready to hit someone, and we've worked really hard this all season, and it's in due time until we get to camp. So we're all excited.
Clowney was asked about the person that he went up against in the SEC that was the toughest, and he said Tiny. You take some pride in your teammate?
Oh, most certainly. Going against Tiny every single day in pass rush, it makes me better, and to know that one of the best pass rushers in our conference is saying that means I'm going against a good competition. So
he also said that Tiny talked a lot of junk. Are you a junk talker?
No, I'm all about focusing in and locking in, and really just getting our defensive front set and making sure that we're getting the formation recognition and everything down before all the pre-snap tendencies that we have to go through.
Jacques, how does this defense improve over last year? I mean, you guys have no place to go but up, really. Right?
Last year it was unfortunate, but this year we're a new team. We're Team 117, and we're definitely bringing energy and togetherness and effort, and that's something that we've been improving on, especially during the spring, and that's something that we've been establishing all throughout our off-season programs, and especially this summer. And you're going to see a new team, and it's going to be exciting. I can't wait to get on the field.
How much does the system change help a defense like that?
The change is it's different at first, but with playing a 4-3 before, it's kind of all the same same tendencies of calls and defensive fronts. It's just new names, and you got to get used to the lingo at first, and then it all falls together. And I think the defensive line, we really handled it pretty good, the transition back to the 4-3, and I know everyone was happy, especially our linebackers. So we're all excited to just be able to play this year and have just a good time, because our guys, we've worked hard, and it's time to show it. It's definitely time to show it.
You talk about being a senior. Is it a little more sense of urgency on your part this year?
Most certainly. With being a senior, I know that my clock is ticking as soon as January 1st hit of 2013, right after my birthday. So I was excited, and we got to work very quickly. It was the most easiest transition between the coaching staffs that I've ever had, and it was just excited to get the guys in and meet the coaches, and they were ready to work as soon as they got here, and that's definitely what the senior mindset, and especially myself, was at during that point in time. And I think we've transitioned pretty well, and I just can't wait to run through that T1 for the first and last time, August 31st.
You'd be kind of the king of transitions, right? I mean, you know what it's like to deal with coaching transitions. Is it, I don't want to say easier this time around, but you've been acclimated to that process, I guess, a little bit.
Yes, we definitely have, and these coaches have actually made it quite easy on ourselves. They've actually embraced us and taken us in and talked to us, alone, got to know each other, each player individually before just kind of like throwing everything at us and trying to coach before getting to know the player. So it made the transition much easier, and we have the best staff in the country. I love Coach Jones and the staff, and they're doing great things, and we're so glad to have them.
Your transition hasn't just been with the coaching staff. I mean, positionally, you've been moved around a little bit too. How much more are you looking forward to going back to where you were at this season?
Well, it's really a blessing to put my hand back down on the ground. I think it's my best asset as a speed guy who has a lot of versatility, and that's my commodity. I move around well, and at linebacker, you stand up, drop, you kind of do a lot of things, and I like being down on the ground and just being able to just blow past that tackle and go get the quarterback. And so that 4-3 defense will allow me to do that.
You guys think you're flying under the radar here a little bit? There was a time when Tennessee came in and commanded national attention. Maybe not so much today with a lot of other stuff going on down there. I mean, did you feel like you're a little bit under the radar?
I think we're all right. We're not really trying to draw attention. We're just here to just talk about Tennessee football and our values that we've established this spring, and what we're looking forward to this upcoming season.
Coach has got a couple of pretty slick commercials out there on the internet. Have you seen that stuff?
Oh yeah. Coach Jones, that new 30-second segment that he just put out, it was great. It was great. It definitely fired me up. I'm ready to run through the tee and play for him.
Did you borrow that coat from Bruce Pearl, or where'd you get that thing?
I knew that question was coming. No. Yeah, I took a number from Bruce. He's got good style, and it's hard to look good sometimes, so you got to steal ideas from
I
someone.
think Bruce has probably got a little bit bigger coat maybe than you need, right?
Yeah.
What size jacket do you wear?
I think this is 48.
Is it off the rack, or do you have it made?
You know what? I'm not sure. Off the rack.
All right, man. Thanks.
When someone asks you what's different about this year, what would you say compared to the last couple of years?
Well, I would say the terms that we've worked on, like 63, 6 seconds and 3 great efforts, is something that we implement on everything that we do. We're trying to give the best effort at every single point that we can, whether it be on the field, off the field, in the film room, no matter what it is. In community service, we always want to be giving the best effort. Therefore, when we face adversity, no one can out-effort us. Exactly, in the fourth quarter.
Jacques, go ahead. The last couple of years, Tennessee's had a lot of skilled players here at SEC Media Days today, 3 linemen. How much does that speak of where Tennessee is right now as a program concerning the bulk of experiences on the 2 lines?
Well, we have a lot of experience, and we have seniors almost all across the board except Tiny, and on the defensive line we have seniors. So I think whenever you have that much experience in the trenches, it definitely plays well, and I think that will definitely play into our favor this year with the type of schedule that we have. So I'm excited. And
it's never been. Oh, sorry. It's never been like that. I mean, you guys have all. It's either you guys have been young or inexperienced. Just how important is that to be able to say, well, all of our guys have a couple of starts, or like the offensive line, a ton of starts under the belt.
Yeah, coming in, there was a mix. We had a bunch of seniors playing with freshmen. But now it's our senior group, and we're finally able to get it all worked out. And it's great to have the number of seniors that we do this year, and we're all working under one mind frame, and that's to win the SEC and to do great things. And I think the senior leadership of this class, I think it's going to take us pretty far.
Jacques, both you and Tiny have mentioned winning the SEC, even with the new coach and replacing all you guys are on offense. Is that still the standard? Is it always the standard?
It's always been the standard. We've never refrained from that mindset, and even though that there's certain things that we can't control as players that has happened, we've always had that mindset being here at Tennessee, and that's always a mindset because that's our legacy and what people like Al Wilson and players like that have left us, and that's something that I take personally, to continue, and I try to establish to my younger guys, and that's something that Coach Jones has kind of established with setting that Tennessee standard, and that's something that we've definitely been enforcing this off spring and this spring as well.
You guys have been talking about it. Is Coach Jones and the coaching staff, have they put that out there that that's the expectation for this season?
Oh, most certainly. When coming in and guys are ready to work, that's all that we're enforcing. This is Tennessee. We set the standard. And guys they're coming to work urgently, and they're ready for whatever we throw at them. And Coach Lawson has been doing a great job with this, and I think we're ready. We've been focused in and locked in this whole entire spring with the transitioning and things like that. But we're ready to go play some football.
You mentioned Coach Lawson. A lot of guys talk this time of year about I'm in the best shape of my life. I've been, strongest, doing all this kind of stuff. What has been different about this off-season program from previous ones?
Well, Coach Lawson, he focuses on the little things, and just even the little things about putting your hand behind the line and making sure it's behind the line, and lining up, and just the little things like that is what this team needed to be critiqued, and that's something that we've worked on this whole entire offseason, and it's helped a bunch. There's been times where the little breakdowns and things like that have gotten us in trouble in games like that, and once we transfer all those little details that we've worked on this all season onto the field, I think we'll be in pretty good shape.
You're a few weeks after running those 52 110s. You still look back, and are you surprised yourself that you're able to do all that? And just what was that night like? I mean, were guys struggling at 45 and 50? I mean, just what was that? Take me back to that night. What was it like?
It was all effort. We weren't counting at all. It was just it was a party. That's exactly what it was. We had the music playing. We were jamming on some 90s music, 80s music, and just going at it. We were having a good time. And we landed at 52, and Coach Lawson was like, "Guys, that's the most we've ever run as our strength staff. That's the most we've ever had a team run." And it was surprising that we could do it. And that's something that we've been working on this whole off season, and just our mentality during workouts and whatever that we're doing, making sure that we're going above and beyond what we think we can do. And that's something that the standard is about, that we're setting, and it's gonna show this year on the field.
You guys struggled in the second half sometimes last year. Do you think things like those 52 110s and Coach Lawson's program in general is going to help you guys push through that next year?
It's just not the 52 110s. Like I said, it's the standard. The standard in which we're setting this year is by far more differently than any other season that we've had here. And Coach Lawson and Coach Jones, they've helped us regain our confidence and reshape ourselves as players, because we're all good football players. We've just gone through some adversity, and next season you're going to see when adversity hits us how we react, and it's going to be some positive results.
How do y'all build kind of a winning culture, a winning mentality when you haven't won the past couple of years? Is that something that y'all won some in high school? You know what winning football looks like. Is it something from the coaching staff? How do you build this?
Well, you build it through a team camaraderie. Hanging out with guys on the weekend. For instance, last Sunday, me and the defensive line, we went out and eat at Copper Cellar, and just hanging out with guys, and going to the film room together, watching it together, making sure that every single player gets it, because you never know what's going to happen. And there was a lot of times last year where we didn't know what scenario was going to be thrown at us, and I mean, in the past seasons, even injuries, random things got thrown at us, and we didn't respond the way that we needed to, and the way that we're setting our standards now, and the way our program is running now with Coach Lawson and Coach Jones's values, we're now at the point to where when adversity hits, we know how to react, and we know we're more locked in and focused to respond.
Tiny said that he's 100% now. Does he look 100% to you? I assume y'all are going in some workouts and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Tiny's 100%. He's ready to go. I just can't wait to go against him personally. I want to get better at pass rush, and that's something that I've been working on this whole off season with the defensive line. We work it 4 days a week. We're ready to get after the quarterback, and y'all kind of decide this spring.
All right, Jacques, let's talk about rocking the orange jacket today, man.
Orange jacket. Well, I just wanted to, pop the color out a little bit, and with being a senior, I wear the orange as much as I can. I almost wear a Tennessee shirt every single day. So,
how difficult was it for you guys as players to stay together through that coaching transition? I mean, you know something about that, but I'm always curious about that. How did the players stay together during that uncertainty?
It was quite difficult, but we did. We stayed together, and we all had one goal in mind, and that's winning. We're all players from winning programs in high school, and that's what we came to the University of Tennessee for. It's the most winningest program in college football history. There's no reason why that we should not be winning, and that's something that kind of embedded in all of us, that we kind of drew together and said, guys, we can do this. This is our team. We finally got seniors and leaders that are able to take that next step. And we've got young guys who are hungry and eager to work, and our incoming freshmen, they're ready to jump out of the gate, like Corey Green. it's exciting. It's exciting, and I can't wait to go out and go to war with these guys.
Talk about that first meeting with Butch Jones as a group.
I think it was the most genuine way to introduce yourself as a head coach. He came in with his family, introduced all of his sons and his wife, and that's something that it speaks wonders to a team, because you never know what the players are going through, in the mindset of having lost a head coach. And I mean, I've lost two, well, really one, but two, and it's mentally challenging. And Coach Jones, he made that transition easy for us, and he actually, related to us, because it was hard for him to leave his team in Cincinnati. He had a great ball team up there, but he knew he was coming to a good one as well, and it was quite an experience, and we're so glad to have him.
You guys go back to the 4-3. Does that fit your game better? And how?
I think so. I think the type of guys that we have, they fit into the scheme of 4-3 a lot better, and I think that it's going to show the attributes of everyone on the team, and it's just another way that we can attack offenses, and I think it fits us a lot better than the 3-4.
Jacques, we talked about it in the spring, but you guys, I'd venture to say you guys are out to prove that last season, especially on defense, was not right.
Yes. Last spring, defensive line, we focused on one thing, and that was getting after the quarterback. Coach Tripp has done a tremendous job with technique and teaching us all the things that we need to do to make that happen. And it's proven by statistics. You hear coach statistics and things like that. At Cincy, they were third in the country and second, I think, the year that they left. And to hear that and continually to hear that, you kind of want something to back it up, and that's exactly what we did this spring. We had more sacks than we did last season, and just actually 3 months of play. Imagine what we can do in 6 months. So.
Jacques, there were 4 games last year where Tennessee scored at least 30 points and lost. From a defensive perspective, how frustrating was that?
It's very frustrating. Sometimes you go into games and you're not knowing what you're going to have to do, or how much you're going to have to hold your opponents to. And with scoring 30 points every single game, points per game, you got to know, that's on the defense. And we've taken that personally this year, and that's something that we've implemented into our motivation and while we work. We think about going out and finishing those third and longs that we gave up last year, and that's something that we're definitely going to do this year, getting off the field with our fists up.
Jacques, you played a ton of football in this league. Seen some great players. We're just Tiny. How does he compare to the best offensive lineman you've seen?
Tiny's one of the biggest offensive linemen that I've ever seen in the SEC. I mean, other than Andre Smith, but he's just as big as that guy, and I think he's probably even stronger. Tiny is, he's going to be a great player for us, and with his leadership and his ability, I think he'll be able to take us really far, and especially with guys like Juwan James and Zach Fulton beside him and James Stone. We're going to have a wonderful offensive line, and I think they're going to end up being quite special, and I can't wait. It's exciting.
And without talking about, I'm not asking better or worse, but just this year, this coaching staff, what's the difference? What's the difference in how it feels in the locker room coming into the building? What can you put your finger on?
I think it's team togetherness. Coach Jones has kind of enforced, this is one Tennessee, and that slogan means a lot. It's not just more than us as individuals or as positions. We're all in this thing together. It's not just offense and defense. It's not the offense scored 30 points last year and the defense didn't hold, other offenses to, other.
Did you feel like it kind of fractured a little bit as the year went on that way last year?
I don't think so at all. I think we all had the same kind of drive and motivation, and it was just unfortunate that it turned out that way, and that's something that we're just moving forward from this year, and we're looking forward to becoming the true 117 and focusing on this year and not last year.
What can you do to be a better player?
To be a better player, I think I need to show more consistency. I think I showed times of excellence on the field, and then I showed times of I've never been out there before. And it may have been due to a new defense or position coach, but I'm not making any excuse. I think it was all on me, and I think I just need to prepare better, and that's something that I've taken seriously, more this year, to really just getting in myself and making sure I know it, and making sure every single single one in my position knows it as well. And I think that we have a great opportunity to come from those challenges that we faced last year.
You've got 4.5 career sacks in Tennessee. Is that a disappointing number for you?
4.5. I think I counted more, but I mean, I don't know. They make the stats. I'm just out there playing, and I know that every single game last year I gave all my effort and I left it all on the field, and I'll never walk off the field not giving that. And especially this year with being a senior, you're gonna see it the same way. I'm gonna give everything that I have every single play. If adversity hits, you're gonna see me respond, and you're gonna see me respond in a way that you're gonna notice that there's a change in this person.
Is it a goal of yours to make more big plays, whether it's sacks, tackles for loss, etc.?
Most certainly. I want to be the leader in sacks in the SEC this year. It's been a goal of mine, and I know with working with the type of offensive line that we have, I think it's more than possible, and it's definitely a realistic goal. So I just can't wait to get on the field and just be able to show my speed, and especially with my hand being down again.